Hello, and welcome to what is personally my third playthrough of Hollow Knight, but it's been, I think, at least 2 years, maybe a year and a half since I played it. Last time I got to 106%, but I don't think I could pick it up right where I left off because I honestly can't remember where I stopped. I think I stopped before doing any God Home stuff because that just seemed kind of annoying. Mostly the absolute radiance at the very end where you have to no-hit the radiance fight, I think. It might even be harder than that. And I don't think I ever did Grey Zote, because I think I left Zote to die. Which might not actually affect it, but... So I'm starting a new playthrough, fresh from zero, with the intention of trying to get 112%, and then maybe in the future trying to get the various speedrun Iron Man achievements. I'm not going to skip anything. I imagine most people know the general flow of Hollow Knight, if they're, at all interested, but I do think reading these adds to the stuff, so I'm not going to skip any of it. But I'm basically going to let any cutscenes that appear go, because they're part of the, not mystique, but it's part of the aesthetic of the game. I think without them, it still has the same feeling, but yeah. And that makes sense later. It's fun how it all actually makes sense later, which, I mean, that's how stories go, but most of the time that start would be totally forgettable, honestly. I don't know if I've actually ever bothered watching this part of the intro. Or if I had, it was super forgettable because there's not really much. I think he just jumps into a pit. So that's Dirt Mouth. And then you fall, and then it starts. So, this will not be even remotely spoiler-free. I will spoil whatever comes into my head, so be warned, basically. It's great, though. The, relative muscle memory after a while still mostly exists. I'm gonna grab that in a minute. And the jumping feels really good. Because one thing on that note, recently I tried to play Lone Fungus, which was interesting. But the issue I had with it was too open, or it didn't appropriately limit your ability to, I don't know, abuse movement. Oops, that's just a bad jump. But one of the first abilities you get, you pop a bouncing thing that you can pogo on, and you can pogo twice in the air if you time it correctly, which I don't think is intended, but the issue is, I don't know. That could be fully intended. But I got to one of the zones, I double jumped and I got a horizontal dash that I assume I was supposed to get after the vertical dash, and trying to play that made me want to play Hollow Knight again, because to the best of my knowledge, it doesn't have the same sorts of issues, relative issues. I don't need to grab that yet, but I'll grab it on the way back in a minute. But this here is you can get this later, or if you know about pogoing, you can do that to get down here and get a charm earlier than otherwise. Within our lands, do not hide your true form. Let all bask in your majesty, for only this kingdom can produce one such as you. Because like, you can smith this and just come back later, but getting it now feels 100% intended. It doesn't feel like it's unintended, where the lone fungus super jump thing doesn't feel like it's intentional, because it just makes it all feel awkward. The movement doesn't flow, and it feels like it will be easy to miss stuff. So this is just what I felt like playing again. My goal is clear everything. I'm probably gonna have to look for where the grub worms are and stuff, because I do not remember where they are. I'm probably gonna get lost at least once, because some of the segments are awkward, but it's gonna be a good time. I'll eventually go for other stuff, but yeah. Higher beings, these words are for you alone. Beyond this point, you enter the lands of King and Creator. Step across this threshold and obey our laws. Bear witness to the last and only civilization, the Eternal Kingdom, Hollow Nest. Except it's Hallow Nest, not Hollow Nest. Attacking upwards is good because if you attack sideways, you get pushed back. Oh, and this part here is fun. Like, I think the intended thing there, once you eventually get the double jump and the wall climb, you can wall climb up and then double jump over. But if you wall jump perfectly, you can wall jump all the way up, so you can get into the gray area in the top left much sooner, which was pretty fun the first time I played through, which I think I've played through it twice. Once, even longer ago, during which I only got the normal ending. I didn't do the Radiance fight. And then the second one I did the Radiance, I got 106% and all that. Ho there, traveler. I'm afraid this won't... I'm not even going to read these, actually. I think it fits better to just have them do the bug noises. But I'll just summarize it. Town's fallen quite quiet. The residents have disappeared and headed down to the caverns below. There was a great kingdom beneath their town. It's long fell to ruins. They search for wealth, glory, and enlightenment. I'm sure that you seek your dream. Watch out. It's a sickly air. Creatures turn mad, and travelers are robbed of their memories. Perhaps dreams aren't such a great thing after all. So, on a note, I am gonna intentionally, I messed up, but I am gonna... Oh, I can't go across or do this. I am going to intentionally give money to the bank, quote unquote, because I think you get extra in return, which, is it necessary? I don't think so, because you eventually have more than enough geo, but it's more interesting that way. Oh yeah, you have to get a key before you can interact with this. I don't think I've ever actually used that. I can't remember if it uses a limited resource, but you eventually get a key that lets you go into there. That lets you recover stuff from your shadow. Oh, yeah, I'm bad. It lets you recover stuff from your shadow without having to go find it. But I think it consumes a limited resource, which, like, instantly makes me never want to use it, which is maybe not the correct way to do it, but... No, actually, this is where I want to go. I want to get the map. If I remember correctly, this is where the map is. Going down here, not sideways. Because having a map is very helpful. I just sort of let the sound exist. I think this is, yep.
嚯，当这次的。
I wonder what that language is. That it, like, it's gonna draw inspiration from something. It doesn't have the rhythm of English. It made me think Korean, but come down and explore these beautiful ruins, don't mind me. Fondness of exploring and getting lost and finding your way out is great. He's a cartographer. Yes. I think it's one of the things that I don't love about the game is how long it takes to get to one of the maps in the bubble area. That one's a nightmare. Map is useful, and you can get a compass from their wife Iselda up in Dirtmouth. She'll sell old maps from time to time, which means that if you miss him in the first go round, you can buy it up above. Yeah. So, map here. Yeah, so right now, I fell down the shaft on the left, and I'm where the elephant face is. Can I use my... No, I can't. I can't use my mouth. The point. I wish I could. Oh yeah, I don't have any... I was about to start wall jumping, but you don't get wall jump until after the mantises, which is pretty far. Oh, this area. I honestly don't know the intended stuff here, but it's been a while, so I don't remember what the best place would be. I know to the top right there's a boss over that way, I believe. I think the first boss that is pretty easy, but also you can still die to. I think this is a... No, I don't think that's a swimming one. You eventually get an acid swimming ability. I mean, my ideal would be to not die ever, but there's a few things that I'm gonna do. Explicitly try to do differently than previous runs for me. Like previously, I don't think I've ever fought the roller guys. There's a boss fight that has like either 2 or 3 like dung beetle. They're not dung beetles because the dung beetle fight is somewhere else, but they might be dung beetles. But there's rolling enemies, and if you can drop like a chandelier on them to kill them before the fight, kill one of them before the fight starts. So I don't think I've ever tried the fight without that. So I kind of want to see how it goes first, and if I die, I will drop the chandelier on them. Oh no, my money. Like, I'm really looking forward to some of the boss fights. Like, a lot of the fights are very good. Because I think most, even like Phantom Nightmare King Grim, once you get patterns, it's very doable. It's a weird way to phrase it, but like Elden Ring, recent, Millennia, sure there's a pattern to dodge the waterfowl dance, but it's so much more difficult than every other move she has that it just doesn't feel as good. It's like, oh, if you get lucky and she doesn't use it, you just win. I thought this was where... I thought Hornet taunts you here. Maybe because I haven't found them yet. But, like, if you're lucky and you don't get Waterfowl Dance, or you get one and you're lucky to dodge it, then you win, but it doesn't feel like you earned it necessarily. It feels luck-based, but because I think pretty much all of Nightmare King Grimm's... I think it's Nightmare King is the final version. Because all of his are pretty balanced. Like, they're all fairly... They're all hard-ish. Some of them are easier than others, but it's a sustained pattern, if I remember correctly. It's not, like, complete random luck if you get a move or not. So it just... that was greedy. So you don't, like... I don't think it's possible to win the fight just through luck. And I think that's a good thing. It means that you'll never feel like, oh, I just got lucky with that win. It's like, oh, I learned the fight appropriately and did well. It is a hard fight, though. I think... I can't remember if it was harder than the Radiance, because it's been a while. I know, like, I mentioned it briefly. I think Absolute Radiance, which is like the final test of Godhome, Absolute Radiance is... yeah, that was greedy. Like, very difficult, comparatively. Like, it is, I assume... oh, this is Hunter. Maybe? oh, no, it isn't. I think it's the hardest fight in the game, because Radiance is a hard fight, and you have to do it without getting hit, if I recall correctly. Though there's also breaking grades out that on like the 10th plus run he does 8 damage, so you get 1 shot effectively or something. He has a simpler pattern, maybe? I never interacted with Zout-based stuff in my previous run because I think I lost him in the Deep Nest where everything's dark. I shouldn't even be getting hit, but... yeah, I don't get this yet, right? Oh, you do actually... you don't actually have to unlock it? No, it's the tram that you have to unlock eventually. I'm gonna talk to the guy. Best friend. Greetings. It's been ages, it's been unaged since I last heard the ringing of a station bell. It echoed and called them. They've grown stiff and tired over many years and forgotten much, but the sound of the bell will always bring them back. The stagways stretch the depth of Hallownest. If you want to travel, hail me from platforms. I'll take you where you need to go. I think the stagways are great. It's a wonderful system. It's like a very... it's... the best part about it is that it has character. Like, the stags are not... ooh, best enemy in the game. They're so much easier once you get a dash. Because once you have a dash, you can hit them twice. But without a dash, you have to step out, which is a lot slower. But I feel like I have to kill the guy. Because, like, look at all that Geo. 45 Geo? Totally worth it. When I could have just ran past him. Man, I'm gonna have to run past him again if I transition zones, I think. Because I think those guys respawn. They might not, but I'm pretty sure they do. I had no reason to kill that guy. Oh, is this the... no, this is a different... where's this? I don't remember where I am. Because that looked like a gate that was about to lock. Is it a boss fight? It's a boss fight. No, it isn't? I just have to trigger something somewhere else? I thought this was a boss fight. Oh, this boss fight. Right? I walk to the left. False Knight's not necessarily the first boss you run into. I think there's a much easier boss that you can run into faster. That is far, far easier to avoid. That was just bad. I don't think you can get a dash prior to False Knight though, so... if you could, it's definitely easier with a dash. Do have to say though, if I die to False Knight, that's just bad. Because False Knight's definitely one of the easiest bosses. Ooh. I'm too slow? I'm not too slow. Good. But I think False Knight has a dream. Oh, I haven't done all the dream fights either. Because I think the dream fights and dream nail stuff are very awkward because you have to go back to places. You have to go back to places you've already been. Like, you go here and you hit him with your dream nail. I think. Oh, and this. Come on. I'm gonna sit here until it moves, because it eventually can move. Wrong button. There it is. Come on, go. Get out of here. He's gone. Give me all my geo. 45. Shoot, 46. With 200 geo? I can't get higher. I don't think those two geos are supposed to be up there. I think they clip through the floor. Yeah, that was a fun fight. It's definitely not the best first boss, because there's another first boss that you can get. If I had a dash, I could go over there. Because yeah, the first boss summons little orange shooter guys. Can't remember what they're called. I think that's magic up above, and this is him leaving. So right now I am... Yeah, so the fight in the middle is what was mapped out. I think somewhere in the top right there's a better first boss. And by better I mean much easier. Not that Fallen Knight's particularly difficult, but if it's your first time playing the game, or first time playing this type of game, it's probably a relatively difficult fight compared to the other one. Who's creeping out of the darkness? You're looking grim. Strange empty face and a wicked looking weapon. Something important has drawn you down, but I won't ask. Perhaps the reason you found me is because you need my help. Say no more, friend. I'm going to give you a gift. A nasty little spell of my own creation. It's just perfect for a little one like you. And then this is a trap, sort of, but not really. I don't think it's a trap. It's just a trick. Vengeful Spirit, tab B, which is not B, but is B. A, B, X, Y. I'm using a non-standard controller. You've woken up. They were watching. Do them a small favor, simply because we're friends. The horrid great beast has made its home in the heart of the temple, and they would be grateful if I helped. It's a hardy creature, but shoot it with magic. Oh shoot, I'm bad. I should not have gotten hit there. Yeah, if I want to try to actually not die in this game, I need to not be getting hit by basic enemies. Though, a certain element of getting hit by basic enemies is because they're not actually a threat, which means you take it easier, so... I don't really need to collect these two geo, but I just feel... You know, collect everything, you know? Why not? Ugh. I think these are pretty decent enemy, because you just bounce them infinitely. As long as you time it, you don't even have to move. And I think you actually can move closer just fine. Pretty easy. Oop, that was bad. I should have gotten hit there. Oh, I was reminded, this area made me think of the, oh, I think it's called, I don't remember if it's the arena, it's what it's labeled as, but it is an arena. Ugh. That was bad. Be efficient, save some charge. But the noteworthy thing about the arena is the amount of pogoing necessary to do it smoothly. You know, that's where I need to go. So I'm going to drop down this way first. Or, no, that's not where I need to go. Down is where I need to go. So this is where I want to go if I don't want to potentially miss stuff. Pretty smooth. So there's something like you can drop down there maybe? Oh yeah, that was bad timing. Pretty easy. Oh, I'm really looking forward to the classic Void Gate where you need like 16 or 18. You need a ton of blue hearts to open it. 10 blue hearts, and there's a specific item that, or charm. There's a specific, oh, that was really easy, what? I thought it took more than that. There's a specific charm that gives you 2 blue hearts, or 2 blue masks per mask or something, but that's not enough, so you have to collect some, which is kind of interesting. Stun, you send the beast. Poor thing, it must have been terrified of you. It was quite docile, but the rancid air in these caverns filled it with some ancient rage. Still, you did what had to be done. You have my gratitude. Of course, we both know you wouldn't have made it through without that spell of mine. Oh ho ho. And look, the gate has opened. You're eager to move on. Farewell and have faith. Whatever you're seeking, it will find you. Oh ho ho ho. Yeah. He's here. I don't have the buttons remembered. You can, oh, you can't do that? I thought you could. There it is. If you do that enough, you can overcharm, which I think means that you take like double damage or something. Like instead of 1 mask, you take 2. I believe. I'm not going to mess with that right now. Because the Fury of the Fallen isn't even that useful, in my opinion. Like, it's probably good if you're going for an optimized damage speed kill strat where you're constantly at 1 mask and you know how to dodge everything so you never get hit. But I'm not that. I'm not able to do that. I'm honey strat. Eventually getting the honey charm so that you always have at least 1 regenerating heart. Which is, I think, pretty useful or borderline necessary to make the White Palace and the Path of Pain not an absolute slog where you have to restart a bunch. Because I think you kind of don't have great opportunities to heal. I've never tried it without... Oh, there's a... Shoot. Sorry. Somewhere back on the far right, there was a caterpillar noise that I forgot about. Because I got distracted because I ran into the Fallen Knight. So I need to consider that. This is a classic. I'll have to come back here later. I don't have a pin to mark it. But it's a classic of... You might be able to drag the flying guy here over enough that you can jump, pogo on him, and get to them now. So I'm going to try that for a minute. See if it works. It might be doable. And if it is, I won't have to remember to come back here to find this caterpillar. I don't think if it is doable, I don't think it's easy. Like, you have to, like, bait him there somehow. But I don't think I'm going to be able to do it. Oh, that's not good. Oh, that damage would actually maybe work. Getting hit like that might work well. I need him to go up, 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 up. No. Okay. There it is. Okay, so you can do that instead of waiting for double jump. Convenient. That's that's another thing. Like, that's 100% not intended, but it's such a minor element that, well, it might be intended. Like, oh, people can probably do it. They probably considered it. But, like, the intended thing is you eventually get a double jump, and that's how you're supposed to do it. But it's not something that breaks the flow of the area. It's just collecting a caterpillar earlier than you would otherwise collect it. Oh god. Eventually these guys, some of them, when you kill them, they turn into spider creatures. But not that shape, I think. I think it's a different, I think it's this type, the chubbier variety. But eventually I'm gonna have to remember to keep that in mind, because it's very often, it was often the case of, I would do that, I'd be like, oh, I killed it, I have one heart down, one mask down, and then I'd start healing and I'd get hit. And it's very avoidable damage. So I just went across, I think I'm on the right side at the top where it's kind of dome-shaped. Let's go down into the right, let's go up into the right. Because I need to get, oh, this is, I'll go here first, because I can't do anything here. Yeah, because you can't get here, well, you can't get further here until you get either the dash or the double jump. I can't remember which. Or the wall jump. You can't go far here. Or is it the downward dive? It might be the downward dive smash that you need before you can keep going here. There's a few areas that I'm not even slightly confident about. I think this is one that I'm a little iffy on. Like, what happens, when to go here. Bury the knight with the broken nail, bury the priest, something about a crown? I can't remember the rest of that one. Maybe I'll just hum it. Still running about. Want to join me down here? Just a bit deeper. So my assumption, I remember the second verse. Oy, oy, oy. Yeah, okay. I think previously I haven't actually talked to them before the, I'm gonna say environment change. So, that's pretty... They're a very happy person right now. Which is pretty sad. Have I gone here yet? Oh. Ooh. That was kind of good. I know you could redirect them, but I didn't know it would direct it straight down at the guy sitting there. Oh, I'm here. I'm going towards the central egg. This egg. Temple? Egg temple? What's it called? Temple of the Black Egg. The Watchers? The Dreamers? I can't remember. I can't remember if there's something over there. I don't think there is eventually. But it's going smooth. Okay, I could keep going left. I probably should, just sort of double check, because I don't remember enough about what's where. This should be straight to the right of the descent point. Ooh, I messed up. Like right there is the drop down. Yeah. So I think I'd say the most, not natural, but the smoothest start is to go down and just go straight to the right. Because you'll hear, you enter that, you exit, you keep exploring outside, and you eventually get to, is it the Grub Mother? Is that what it's called? I can't remember what it's called. It might be the Grub Mother. That's a pretty... It's a much simpler first boss than the alternative of the Fallen Knight. Oop. I think I'm also... It's very old muscle memory, but I think my muscle memory also accounts for pretty much always having the Mark of Pride, or the long nail equipped. I basically never unequipped it, except for in situations where I really needed a different setup. So I'm used to in a very general sense, I'm used to a longer reaching nail. So I'm gonna do a lot of that for a little bit. Oh, I can't go there yet. I thought Grub Mother was near here. So I'm here, I can't go down and to the right. Is Fallen Knight really the first boss? Because like the Grub Mother is such a easier first boss. It's so much easier to fight the Grub Mother. If it's called the Grub Mother. I don't remember what it's called, but... There are some bosses that I kinda... The order I found them in my first playthrough was a lot better than my second. Because I sort of know what I'm doing. And I sort of knew what I was doing then. So the way I explored did not necessarily follow the... more... maybe a more natural exploration route. So I'm like, oh, I gotta go here, I gotta go there, sort of. But without enough information to be like, I have to go here because of this and that, the other thing. This whole thing's pretty... This whole thing's pretty crazy. Only 60 for saving 3 of your live, fresh meals. How cheap. Yeah, I didn't want to land on that guy. I don't think this is where I want to go. I think I want to try and go down and to the right. Back to where I just was on the far right side, but from the bottom so that I can open that gate. Yeah, I want to go through here. Oh, it's so slow not having a dash. I don't know where the dash has gotten though, I can't remember. It's the Shade... No, Shade Cloak is the upgraded version. Yeah, I think you hit this with a Dream Nail eventually for one of the Dream bosses. Oh, I forgot that guy jumps. I don't know how I forgot that guy jumps, but... But I did. And right here was where I fought the big guy. Did he respawn? He did. I wish he didn't hit me above. I guess this is here so you can jump over him. I'm not going to fight him again. I already killed him once. That's good enough for me. So. Yeah, this is where I heard the caterpillar the last time. I think the caterpillar's up either... I think it has to be with... Oh, it's here. Yes. But like, this seems to indicate that the Fallen Knight is the intended first boss because of how easy it is to run into him. But I don't think he was the first boss I found in my first playthrough. I'm pretty sure it was the grub that I saw first. I don't think I should be exploring here right now. Yeah, I don't even have a reason to explore here right now. Oh. Okay, I can't even, like, interact with that thing, so I can't do anything here. I don't remember that. I don't remember there being something locked right there. The weird, like, parry that sort of exists in this game that I never ever even slightly make use of, except literally these guys very rarely. I don't even know if it's a parry. Oh, this is the tram. Nice and juicy. But it's a good time. Okay, I don't want to go there yet. I want to go top to bottom. I don't know if I should even try. Hey, I did it. I mean, it's not even worth the geo, but it's barely worth the time to get there, let alone the chance of getting hit, but I'm glad I did the jump. I was too far left on my controller joystick. And this 100% the intended way. I don't think it's possible to get that any other way. So it's just a direct lesson in how it works. Though, okay, can I get... You can also do that type of stuff, which is pretty goofy. Hitting it like that, sending you upwards instead of kind of sideways. Which I assume, I mean, it probably wasn't unintended, but I don't think that was the plan of using the sideways thing to bounce like that. You don't get the tram pass for a while. I don't know if I want to jump down right now. Okay, nothing to lose. And then that's the door for the tram to go through. Oh, so secretive. 14 geo. Well, that was probably 15. And then the thing hiding it disappeared. Weird. What I really need is the compass and the... Because I can't actually make my own maps yet, right? I need to purchase a quill from the cartographer's wife. Ah, here's the boss. This is to me like the easiest first boss. Obviously you can still get hit, but I'm just way too aggressive. It's not really... Oh, I was expecting... Yeah, but like that's why it's an easy boss. It dies very quickly. And then gross children get released. Yeah, like that's why I think that's kind of the best first boss. Because it's the easiest first boss that you can find. I think you can get to that without finding Fallen Knight first. I've never seen it further because I think you get a way up right about here. I'll go right first. You can't get there until you get the dash or the wall jump. I don't think it's even... Yeah, you can't even get very close. We can get reasonably close, but... That lets you upgrade charm slot and buy a few charms. Who's this guy? Oh, it's this guy. You wield your nail like a club. Oro, you oaf. Oro. I need to remember that name. Esme. I assume these people are dead. How much deeper do we have to go? Strange dream led him down here. They would have never woken up. Sly. I lived an uneventful life in Dirtmouth. The air doesn't agree with them. They better get back. If you return, come and see them. Good deal. Yeah, they sell... I believe they sell the... lantern that gives you light. So you don't have to suffer through the game. Which makes me think of what? Pokemon Red. Playing through it in the age of, you know, not just searching everything on the internet. Trying to get through the dark cave, not realizing or reading that flash gives you light in caves, and just finding my way through gradually. Not a fun time. Still more interesting than using flash, but... Okay. I think that's where I'll stop for the first episode. I will continue right from here next time. So, have a good day. Bye-bye.